thought that a teacher would know if there's plywood. Was she wrong? Matao looks like he is in great pain, frowning with his entire essence, and Misha doesn't get it at all. Looking at the two of them communicate is terrible, like looking at a man being tortured by drilling his skull open while blasting pop music full volume at the same time. Ow. I'm afraid I have no idea if there's any plywood in the school, let alone where it would be if there was any. Aw, what should I do? Perhaps try to find Mr. Nomiya? I'm quite sure he would know where to find everything you need. You'd have to pry them from his cold, dead hands, but that's a different matter. Ah, I don't have time. We are so busy. She holds her head with both her hands, looking as despairingly as is possible for a person like her. Without even noticing, she crumbles the note she's holding against her hair. I shouldn't even be fetching these things. There's so much to do and we are falling behind the schedule. Matao looks at her gravely and then suddenly smiles. Smiling doesn't really fit his face. I think it'd be better if he didn't. I wonder if we could get some temporary help. He switches to staring at me focusedly with a hard expression as if trying to say, go make some friends. I guess I could give you a hand. You can? Thanks, Hichan. You are really nice. Wow. She pauses, does a double take, and then points at me with her finger, yelping, ah! I'm looking very puzzled. Come to think of it, what's Hichan doing here? Class is over. You should be having fun. We just had a little chat. Oh no, it's not detention, is it? Are you in trouble, Hichan? No, I'm not. Is Hichan in trouble, teacher? No, he's not. Matao sighs deeply, and I feel that I have to help Misha to get her off the teacher's back. So, what do you need? Here's a list. I can try to find the plywood from somewhere if there's none in the art room. She offers me the note she's holding. I take it, hesitating a bit. I said I'd help you, but this has no implications on whether I'm joining the council or not. Aww. Still, thanks, Hichan. Try to be quick. We are in a stall building street right now. We must hurry, hurry, hurry. She bounces out of the classroom, leaving me and the teacher looking at each other with something that feels like a silent agreement. Well, there you have it, Nakai. You have something to do now. Please don't sound so smug. Looking at the list with a number of items ranging from paint to plywood, all written with small, neat handwriting, that was undoubtedly Shizun's, I heave a sigh. I'll be going then. Waving the long list limply at the teacher, I exit to the hallway. Ugly fucking guy. Jesus. Man. Why you so ugly? Yeah. Alright. The classrooms closest to ours are designated belonging to classes 3-1 and 3-2 on the right side, and 3-4 on the left side, each door looking exactly the same. Further down the corridor, still with identical doors, are rooms I didn't think were used for classes. I guess the art room is not a classroom as such. I carefully push open the furthest door and peek in. It's a classroom, but seems rather badly kept or not in use. Am I in the right place? Desks and chairs are all around the room, a thin layer of dust settled on them. There are some easels in the corner, so at least this looks like the right place. The room is flushed in sunlight from the big windows, shadows creeping all over the desks. Specks of dust are dancing in the stagnant air, making the beams of light almost visible. Oh, I like when that happens. Jokingly, I call into the empty room. Anybody ho? Something catches my eye and I stop mid-sentence. Sitting on what the fuck? Sitting on a desk is a short-haired girl, curiously wearing a boy's uniform with a fork between her toes, a morsel of food stuck firmly on the end. Fuck. This odd way of dining seems to be caused by her apparent lack of hands, but her presence here is what takes me back even more. How did I miss her before? She's sitting in the corner very still, but I still somehow took her as part of the furnishing or a statue at first glance. I'm not being too observant today as a whole. The girl seems to be frozen in place, staring at me with her huge eyes like a rabbit in headlights. Deer in headlights, dummy. God dang it, dumb. She's staring at me, her mouth wide open, ready to accept the fork. I'm staring at her, my mouth wide open, suddenly remembering I didn't finish my sentence and trying to think if I should. This weird stalemate keeps us both stunned into silence, punctuated only by the wall clock ticking rhythmically. Hello. The girl stuffs the fork full into her mouth and is now staring at me expectantly while chewing. This is a bit awkward. Hello. I was told to pick up some supplies from here for some festival stalls, I think. I didn't think there would be someone here. There isn't. That's why I came here too. She picks up another forkful. Doesn't that mean you're here then? She raises her eyebrows as if she was suspecting my observation was false. You are pretty observant, I guess it does, but who are you? This girl is pretty straightforward, isn't she? I'm Nakai, Hisao Nakai, just transferred in on Monday. I'm Rin. Tezuka Rin. Rin Tezuka. I won't shake hands with you, but at least we know who we are now. Lol. That's very nice. Her deadpan manner of talking makes it hard to determine whether she's joking about shaking hands or not. Look at that smug look on her face. It kinda bothers me. Joking about these matters doesn't feel appropriate at all. It just means she's come to terms with her condition, Hisao. Silly. Well, maybe. Or she just has a good sense of humor. I don't know. Or maybe it wasn't a joke. Well, I'm trying to figure out what's appropriate whether this girl is. She seems to have lost interest in me, as now gazing yearningly back at her food. Can I continue my lunch, if you don't mind? Me, I won't mind you. You need to get your stuff, the supplies are at the back. Go right ahead, but lunch? School's already over for the day. What word would you use then? There's no word for a meal you eat after lunch, but before dinner, right? Bothers me very much too. I don't really know what I should say. I don't think you're supposed to eat a meal between lunch and dinner to begin with. But I'm hungry now, and my delicious boxed lunch would go to waste otherwise. I have curry. It's very delicious. With much decisiveness, Rin once again picks up the fork between her toes, and with at least as much impoliteness, she points it straight at me. This girl's funny. So Nakai, what brings you to this place? Like I said, I was told to look for these things. No, the school. From outside you look fine. Is your problem inside? I came to a full stop, opening my mouth but not getting a word out. I can guess. I'm good at guessing. Better than most people. Rin cuts me off before I can answer a question, or skirt around it somehow. I don't know which I would have done. I froze in front of this issue again. I haven't even told anyone here about my condition, or maybe it's only because it hasn't really come up. Yeah, it has, you dip. I do get the feeling that... burping. I do get the feeling that not making issues of this is part of the social code here, as the teacher said. I wonder if the people here could relate. Probably not any better than any normal person could. Of course they could. Oh my god, you're an idiot, man. Yeah. I can't relate to Shizune's circumstances, or Lily's either. Well, yeah, but in general. God. Naturally, while I go through this in my head, Rin keeps considering what my condition could be, with an overly contemplative look on her face. She puts her fork between her lips and leans back, looking at the ceiling as if the answer was written up there. A beam of light illuminates her face from the window side, creating a mask of dark shadow on the other side. I don't think it's anything in your head, and something in your guts would be boringly ordinary, like this lunch of mine, and less delicious. Oh my god. The problem must be in your pants. That fucking look, man. That smug ass face. Dude, look at it. Look at that smug ass face. This messed up Sherlock Holmes kind of statement and the sheer lack of tact it was delivered with catches me completely off guard. I think I might have reeled back even physically as Rin's eyes widened in revelation and astonishment. So I was right, there's something wrong with your tackle, isn't there? Still partially in shock by recognizing the need to reply something, I spit out the first thing I think of. No, nothing like that. I have a heart problem, arrhythmia. I said it, more like blurted it out, but I said it. The girl in front of me purses her lips together and glowers at me, looking very disappointed. Okay. How boring. Trouble with the past would have been much more scared. Okay. Okay. What's with this reaction? I'm sorry to let you down. I forgive you, just I collect people and a person with you, you know, that kind of problem would have been really great. Collect people. People with different problems. Huh, so you just, like, go around asking people what's wrong with them? Pretty much. Oh, I see. ... With little left to say, Rin resumes her lunch and the conversation dies away, but I keep thinking about what she said. Yeah, me too. It's the first time I told anyone else about my condition. All the other people have either known about it already or heard about it from someone else. Or didn't need to know about it, like every other student here so far. Should I have told it as a natural part of introductions? Is it expected of me? Hi, I'm Hisao. I have a very serious heart condition. Is that how I'm supposed to go around introducing myself from now on? Changing the game. As if our disabilities would define us. What a disgusting thought. I agree, Hisao. Disgusting.